They call me the Iron King. In this city, my word is law and my signature is blood. I thought I had everything: power, respect, and finally, a beautiful young bride to secure my legacy. But tonight, as the moon caught the pale skin of my new wife's shoulder, my entire world turned to ash. I saw it. A 6-pointed star mark. The same mark I hadn't seen since the night my enemies burned my home and stole my infant daughter 20 years ago. My heart didn't just break, it stopped. I haven't just committed a sin, I've committed the unthinkable. I married my own daughter without realizing it. Stay with me, because in 60 seconds, you're going to see a monster brought to his knees by a truth he never saw coming. In a world built on secrets and lies, how could I be so oblivious to a monumental truth? Hit that subscribe button now, because the fallout of this wedding night is about to dismantle an empire. Vincenzo Romano sits in his 80th floor penthouse, a king of the clouds, surrounded by shadows and the silent hum of security servers. He is the boss of bosses, a man who rules with an iron fist, but his mahogany desk feels like a coffin. Despite his record profits, a hollow ache remains from a past shrouded in secrecy. The night his home was burned and his infant daughter was snatched away. He lives in a golden cage, a prisoner of his own wealth, realizing that a king who only sees his kingdom from a balcony never knows if the foundation is rotting. Vincenzo decides he needs a queen, someone to stand by his side as he cements his final legacy. He trades his bespoke Italian suits for a humble disguise, walking through the humid city air to find a human connection that isn't bought and paid for. He is a billionaire looking for the sun, unaware he is walking toward a storm he accidentally helped build. He believes he can find value without the Romano name, yet he is haunted by the missing piece of his soul, the child he thought was dead. Enter Elena. She is brilliant, elegant, and moves through the high society circles of the Mafia with a grace that Vincenzo finds intoxicating. Their romance is a whirlwind, a carefully orchestrated plan that seems like a gift from fate. Elena is the invisible soldier, raised in guarded privacy and luxury, appearing to be the perfect match for a man built on respect and fear. Vincenzo is blinded by his desire for connection. He doesn't see the complex web of identities or the false pretenses that brought her to his door. He believes he is finally finding the son his father promised, unaware he is walking into a trap. Elena has spent years learning how to become invisible, working 10-hour shifts in her own quiet war for a future she thinks she chose. She is a soldier in the shadows, maintaining her dignity in a world of stains. Vincenzo sees her as his salvation, a woman who doesn't just want his money but his heart. He ignores the whispers and doubts beginning to surface, focused entirely on the woman he believes will finally complete him. The wedding is the event of the decade, a lavish display of power and gold-trimmed elitism. But the atmosphere shifts the moment the bedroom door closes on their wedding night. As Vincenzo reaches for his new bride, the light catches a distinct mark on her shoulder, a 6-pointed star. The Iron King doesn't just reel in shock, he collapses. The moment of truth hits like a tidal wave, crashing down with devastating force. He isn't looking at his wife, he is looking at the ghost of the infant snatched from his burning home 2 decades ago. The foundations of his empire don't just shake, they lie in ruins. He remembers the frequency of his own grief, a sound that has echoed in his heart for 20 years. The realization is a knife to the gut. How could he, a man who prides himself on knowing every secret in the city, be so blind to the one truth that mattered? He looks at Elena, who is still unaware of the horror, and sees not a partner, but the very blood he thought was lost forever. The unthinkable act has been committed, and the fallout will be immediate and dramatic. Vincenzo's grief turns into a cold, lethal fury as he digs into the layers of deception. He discovers that his greatest rival, the man who burned his home, didn't kill his daughter. He raised her. Elena was groomed as a Trojan bride, a weapon designed to marry the boss and destroy him from the inside, with neither the father nor the daughter knowing their biological bond. The rival's masterstroke was meant to be the ultimate humiliation, a secret so sinister it would make the Romano name a curse. Vincenzo realizes that the whispers and doubts that surfaced during the marriage were seeds planted by the man who stole his child. He finds himself at a crossroads, to remain the Iron King and hide the truth, or to destroy his own empire to save the child he accidentally harmed. He sees the rot in the foundation his father warned him about. It wasn't just in his business, it was in his own life. The man who ruled with fear is now the one terrified of the repercussions that will echo throughout his empire. The story concludes not with a battle of bullets, but a battle of souls. Vincenzo realizes that the only way to save Elena from the sin and the crossfire of the Mafia war is to dismantle everything he has built. He chooses to walk away from his thorn of ash, trading his billion-dollar empire for the chance to protect the daughter who was supposed to be his queen. He proves that true power isn't found in fear, but in the courage to face a sinister family secret and protect the innocent. The Iron King becomes a ghost once more, leaving the Grand Azure behind to ensure that the sun reaches everyone, especially the daughter he finally found. He appoints her as the new moral compass of what remains, ensuring that every person is treated with dignity. He is no longer a dragon in a gold cage. He is a man who found his home in the rubble of his own empire. The richest person in the room is finally the one with the biggest heart, proving that even a monster can be redeemed by the truth.